Hello, good evening and welcome, and happy Independence Day to you Americans. It's the 4th of July today, Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday, the 3rd of July, and what we did yesterday was quite special. What I did yesterday was quite special. We went down seeing a mate of ours down in God's country, in the southern part of Wales, the valleys. You'll see him in a minute. Many of you may have guessed who we've been to see, but we had a fantastic day with this particular gentleman, and we're hoping to do it again shortly, maybe in about a month or two's time. But yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy. It's going to be about 25 minutes, and yeah, God bless. Catch you in a minute. Alright, boys and girls, guess where I am? Bet you can't guess. I'm about 200 miles south of where I usually am, and I'm with my friend Tony O'Neill from Simplify Gardening. We're going to be taking this structure down, or the roof of the structure down today. You'll see in a short, I mean obviously we're about halfway through the day here, but you'll see in a short time that we've cleared all the detritus and flowers and everything, all the timbers from around here. We're going to be actually taking that roof off and clearing the space for a project that he's got coming up. But yeah, I came down today, the week before my birthday, to see Tony, and it's been great so far. It's like you've known each other for years and years, you know. Weird, but there you go. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. I hope you like it, and we'll catch you shortly. So what have we got there, Tom?
This is Nano Silica, and most plants use silica in order to create better cell structures, and it's something that they struggle with. Now, when they get better cell structure, what it does, it promotes growth much better, and it allows the plants to take up much more nutrients and water than they normally would. It expands the cell functions of the waterways within the plant, and then they can really absorb our nutrients, which gives them stronger growth. They're less likely to be having a problem with pests and disease, but it's expensive.
Nano Silica.
Nano Silica. That box I think is about 150 or 60 quid, but it does last a long time, you know.
Did you put it in with a growing medium, or is it a water in job?
A soluble water form.
Right.
So you'd mix that up into a soluble form, and it gets added to your watering can, and then you'd spray it. But there's all sorts of things, but nanotechnology is happening with everything, including plants. But,
and the vaccines.
Everything,
yeah.
Vaccines.
In inverted commas.
No, it's it's stuff that I've been sent to try and things. I had that a couple of years ago when I was growing the marrows, and it's quite big with the giant growers. Because it allows those plants to really pull in those nutrients that they push the water into the vegetables to grow bigger.
Right.
So that's what I had it for, but I haven't used it at all this year. But as you can see, it's not a great year for me this year with everything that's happening. The things are doing really well.
It's doing all right.
And there's other stuff that aren't doing so well. We just have so many storms up here this year. It's been crazy. But I've had to repot that gunner twice. Now, that was sent as a cutting from a guy called Mark. I hope you're not standing on my lavender there.
Oh no, I missed it. it was more fugal to look than judgment, though. That's all.
But I added in a compost that was shop bought, and certain shop bought composts are dreadful, as you guys know. And so what I wanted to do, I put it in this compost, hoping it would start shooting out, and it should have been like 10 times the size by now, and it didn't do nothing, and it threw out 2 little tiny shoots about 1.5 inches long. That was it. So I've repotted it now in some clover based compost, and hopefully that plant will be producing leaves over 1.5 meters, 2 meters wide eventually.
Oh, good.
So that'll be going up against the new pond that I've told you about today when I get to do that.
Which will have a catch up with.
No one knows about that yet, except you.
Except for me. And my 3,823 subscribers.
You heard it first.
You heard it first. Right, well, let's get that brew on the go.
Yeah,
we're having
so
a cuppa.
Cuppa, and then we're going to get that down.
Yeah.
We're going to move this lot first, though.
while Tony's doing that, I'm going to get all of these flower plants inside the brand new super duper polytunnel.
And we'll clear.
And we're clearing out the
we'll clear up some stuff so that we are not tripping over anything.
Yeah.
Try and keep it as clear as possible, and then we'll get this down. Now the rain.
That's
has
the
stopped.
plan, isn't it?
Now the rain stopped. So if I can get that down today, I'll be happy.
Yeah. Well, we'll get it down, mate. Right, sound.
I can crack on then.
Crack on.
Bye.
See you in a bit. Okay, so we're just clearing space, making a passageway really, so that we can get to these. We're going to try and get the roof sheeting off first, and then work our way back, sort of nibbling away. These beams that are affixed here over the top of the framing, it looks like potentially we're okay that they're not going to be keyed into the actual main structure of the main building. So fingers crossed, we'll be able to knock those out once the roofing sheet's off. It's going to be, you're going to be sort of putting a bit of a canopy on this, aren't you, Tony?
I will be, yeah.
Yeah, sort of replacing it.
I'm going to put cold frames up there.
Yeah.
So it'll be sliding doors, plastic perspex doors which are in there, and I'll build a framework for them to slide in. There'll be shelving behind then, and then I can put, when I bring crops up to the polytunnel, they can be put in here to harden off.
Right.
And then they can go from here then in out the ground, but there'll be plenty of space there, you know, for a lot, and they get about 5 hours of sunlight on them. I've got a couple of windows I'm going to use for it, and down the bottom I've got a louvered window which will allow the heat out. So but these frames all need to come down because they're not very secure, and I will rebuild some shelving, and then I'll build a new front for that as well. But the first things first is get this roof off.
Get the old roof off.
The steel sections, because I need to reuse them for other stuff.
Yeah. These wave
Just gonna cut
profiles.
this a bit.
No worries. Okay, now I don't know why, but all these years, all these 49 years of existence that I've had, it's never occurred to me to actually do this nifty little trick that Mr. O'Neill's going to show you right now. It's dead simple, but it's really, you know, it's fit for purpose, you'll see.
If you've got your piece of string, just tie an overhand knot in the end of it, so that it's tight, and you've got a loop, yeah? That's
Yeah.
what we need. And then, when you put it over, yeah, just feed the loop through itself, and then I'll create you a hanging loop, because these hooks don't fit over that bar. And
Yeah,
you
the
can make
bar's
that
too wide, isn't it?
as short or as long as you need.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So that'll do us. And the good thing is, you could take a weight off it and slide it over, you know, so you can move them around.
I might do that for my pea.
Yeah, it could be used for most
Gutters.
things, you know. It's
Said straightforward and simple, isn't it, once you know how?
easy. You just need good strong string for that, you know.
Cool. Now this bit I know you're going to like. It's portable power. I think it's a cracking little setup. Okay. Okay.
Alright, so a load of people have asked about how I move water around from IBC to IBC, and we need to empty these barrels in which to move them. So rather than waste the water, we're just going to send it into the tunnel. And what I use for that is a small little bilge pump. Now this little pump, you wouldn't believe it, but it does 1,100 gallons an hour.
1,100 gallons an
1,100.
hour.
Now I've got a bigger one that'll do 3,500 gallons an hour. It's the same size pump, but it just moves more water. All
And it's off a 12. It's a 12 volts.
We're going to run this off a leisure battery. Okay, so it's a 12 volt battery. All I'm going to do is drop this down in here, and all I've done is just cobble together some pipe work, and then to make life easier, all the pumps I have around here all have one of these like cigarette lighter things on with an adapter that just goes in there, and all we need to do is connect this to the live and the negative terminal. So that, you can hear that now, that's pumping, and it will empty that really quick. Now I don't want that going in there, so we're actually going to just send this water down here. You can see it coming up.
That's the right. Yeah, that's the end of all that long length of tubing.
All right, so I'm just going to leave that there now, and we're just going to flood that bed out with it, and you'll see just how quick you'll empty this, providing it's not sucking on something that's in the bottom like netting or something, because I don't know what there is actually more netting in here. Look.
Yeah, we've just emptied a couple out, haven't we? There's another tarp.
So let's pull that out. But the good thing about these bilge pumps is that they will pull all sorts of rubbish out of, you know, through them. Nothing like this, of course.
But you can get big chunks that it'll pass through. It'll pass through some big chunks.
Yeah.
But obviously not that big.
I can't feel anything else in there. But we'll empty these barrels now. It's just a good way, rather than wasting the water. I know it's dirty water, but you know, these tomatoes in here are now getting watered with it. It's, you know,
Yeah.
it's ideal for getting a load of water into the bed, and we're defeating, you know, the whole thing behind already. And it's okay to use this sort of water. It's only rainwater at the end of the day. It's just dirty because it's had stuff stuck in it. So I just need to pull some holes in.
Yeah, it doesn't smell. It's not stagnant, and
No,
when you're actually looking in it,
it's just mucky. It's,
yeah.
You know, it's collected off the roof and stuff. There's all sorts of little bits in it, but
can't see any larvae in there. Well, yeah, there's a couple of little bits of them,
yeah.
but they'll soon die off on the ground, won't they?
In there anyway, you know,
Yeah.
so,
We've actually got a pump. We've got a bilge pump. When we put the solar setup on the tiki hut,
yeah.
of course inspired by this guy.
I'll show you the system, how I move water around the proper IBCs in a bit. Right, you're seeing it working here, moving dirty water, but all of the IBCs right around the plot are connected with buried hose.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is, if I've got water that's been collected on one building and I've used it elsewhere, I can literally just take the battery to where I want, clip it up, and it'll pump the water from wherever I want by moving a couple of pipes connectors.
And that gets recharged off the solar, doesn't it?
I connect that up to the solar and it'll recharge it.
I really like that setup,
But
mate.
I've got 3 batteries, so 2 are connected to the solar constantly.
Yeah.
So I've always got the power I need. And then I'll take this one when it dies, put it on that setup, take the full one off. So I've always got a full battery, and then that one then will be recharged by the solar.
Right,
while
yeah,
I'm
so you're
using-
rotating them.
So I'm rotating the batteries, and they never have a problem. That's 120 amp hour, that battery.
Yeah, 12 volt, 120 amp hour.
Yeah.
Leisure battery, as you can see there.
Yeah, you need a leisure battery. Loads of people have asked, can it be done with a car battery and stuff?
No.
It can, but it'll drain it really quick.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I mean, I've been using that battery for weeks, and it still haven't. And you know, I'm always moving water around.
Have you got a link to that on your shop? Have you still got your shop?
Yeah, the shop is still there on the Amazon store. There's links for all the batteries and stuff on there, and all
Right.
the 12 volt stuff I use. The bilge pumps are on there. You know, all of that sort of stuff. So, you know, it makes life easy. You think, all right, you've got to lug a heavy battery around, but you know, you could just put it on like a, you know, little jack thing that you wheel around. You know,
I mean, if you've got one of those little carts up there, you're laughing,
well, you
aren't
wouldn't
you?
even need anything like that. You know, just like a little trolley jack or something like that. You know, that you just 2
Yeah.
wheels. You just lift back and drag her around or whatever. You know, you could strap it to anything.
Me and Tony are lucky because we're physically strong and virile, so we can just cart it around. You're virile, masculine, and forthright, Tony.
Yeah, it's always a good thing. Isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think that's great. That it really is.
So you can see that,
Bilge pumped out.
you know, this back to the bed now off that one. I'm doing 2 tasks now, aren't I? Because I'm watering, and also I'm emptying that so we can get
Emptying
on with
that water so we can crack on.
and we're not using much water. You know, so and what it's doing is watering deeply because I'm just allowing it to go down. These won't need watering for, you know, a few days now. You know.
That's another tip I got from you. You know that you do the deep watering, so you don't have to do don't do it frequently.
No,
just give it a
these
good
aren't
deep
watered
watering.
daily, and this is
Yeah.
the thing. People, you know, just spraying water over the top, and that just evaporates really quickly.
Doesn't
By
actually
deep
get to the
watering,
roots,
it's better
does it?
for the plants, and it goes down, so it also actually drives the roots of the plant down lower as well. So it actually makes them a lot more better and stronger, because if there's any drought and you forget to
The
water
moisture's
something,
still in the ground.
moisture's still down there, so it does help. But
That's why I do those pop bottles.
while we're at it, these are 2 new bananas. These are Musa Bajou, and these are hardy for the UK, and they'll get up to around about 10 meters.
10 meters.
Yeah, they get big, right? So, so we've got 2 of these, and these are going to be going in big pots for the well-being garden. And this one here is the pup off the one I had in the tunnel a couple of years
Yeah,
ago.
that one that you was
And,
trying to save.
It's now up here, and we're hoping that it'll do better now and get it going up here this year. We lost the one last year, didn't we?
Yeah. But that's off it, isn't it?
That is
Yeah.
one of the pups off it that was that size when I took it off.
Yeah.
See the one down the bottom there?
And will they fruit with
These-
edible fruit?
yeah,
Or so is it just a...
They will fruit, but it's not edible.
Yeah, there's...
The Dwarf Cavendish will fruit. They'll be small bananas, but they're edible.
Right.
The only edible one that we can grow here in the UK. Alright?
That'll be good if you can get that, won't it?
Yeah. So that's what we're doing at the moment. We're just emptying these. Just watch yourself on them nails. So we're just pulling this down, and we might as well use the water. It's dirty water, but you know, these plants are getting a drink. Now I am going to water them later, you know.
It's all H2O, isn't it?
Yeah, look, while we've been talking, but there, that's nearly empty.
So that's what, a couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes?
Yeah, and what, you know, we're talking 280 litres.
Yeah.
You know,
It's quick, isn't it?
yeah, it is really quick. We can empty an IBC with that pump in probably around about 12 minutes. But with the bigger pump, I can do it in 6. I can move water. I can move a whole IBC of water from
That's
one place
amazing.
to another place in the garden in 6 minutes.
Which we're going to show, Tony is going to show us later. That's brilliant, that, mate.
Yeah. So at the moment, there is a bit of sediment in the bottom there, but it's still pulling it through, so it's not a problem. You hear it?
Yeah, when it gets a bit cloggy, we can just tip it, can't we? The last couple of inches. So we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Empty those, moisturise those. Fantastic. Okay, now here's another use for the portable power. There's a bit of an action sequence coming up. I had my heart in my mouth at one stage, but you'll enjoy this bit. Crack on. Here, have a look at this crazy Welshman. Same again, battery power, diamond blade in his grinder. What we're having to do is, because all of that profile sheeting goes underneath there, so we're going to have to cut it off. You'll see a cracking little portable power setup. Brilliant. Look at this one he's just done. Yeah, that is a good blade. Where did you get that old screw fix?
Yeah, I thought he was struggling. Look at that, the whole length of the nail.
The whole length of a, what, 6-inch nail?
Hey, shows my cut was straight.
Anyway, men at work, as you can see, the roof is down.
Dangerous men at work.
Yeah. It was all done in a controlled demolition fashion.
It was.
It was, you know, it was like a...
Demolition control. It controlled me on the way down.
Yeah. I'm not going to show you that, although it was funny. But yeah, the roof is down on the ground. Now we propped it on the inside, we propped it on the outside so that it wouldn't, you know, go... The major worry was the roof hitting the tunnel. Or going back and going through the window, so we did control it on the way down, didn't we? With Tony's leg. I might put it in for a laugh, actually, that. So we've de-sheeted the roof now. Tony's just chopping them into manageable size lengths to be carted off down to the bonfire site, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So this is all we got left of it now, and anything that was usable we've taken, and anything that's not's gone over there ready to go up there. That'll have to go to the tip.
Yeah, it's all well past its best,
Yeah,
that, isn't it?
Oh, it's no good. It's brittle. It's been here 35 years, you know.
Yeah.
We'll get that desk down there. We've left the overhang now with the roof, and we'll rebuild the cold frames to that. And where the plastic was on there, we'll cut some of the tin sheeting that we've taken off here and cover that over. So that'll be the roof for the cold frames, and this will give us the space for the well-being garden. Now we've just got to dig all this out, which will take a bit of work. But you know, we've accomplished what we were sent out to do today. You know,
Doing all right, haven't we? I've got to get back on foot. I was going to stay for a good long, well, till about 7 o'clock, but the lady farmer's got something on.
Look at that water, don't you?
Yeah, let's go and have a look at the water. This is going to be a patioed area with pergolas and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
The welfare garden.
That'll all be patioed with all the baskets that we took in there earlier on,
Yeah.
and there'll be a pergola built. There'll be a table and chairs there. It'll just be a chill out area that's between the 3 buildings, so that we can relax and chill out and just enjoy the garden.
Yeah.
That's what the main thing.
That
That's
is.
what it's all about. That's what these are for. These will go in there when they're done. So Tony asked about how I deal with all the water around you. So in total we've got 12,000 litres. That's 12 of these IBCs that are collecting water off various roofs. Apart from these 2, and these 2 are out in the middle. Now the reason for that is the tops are cut out, so I can just drop a watering can in. But every IBC on the pot is linked with hose that runs under the ground. So if I wanted to send water over to that IBC, I've got a little pump like we showed you earlier on in this one. Again, another 1100 gallon an hour, and that just drops down in the bottom of this barrel. Now this one can get filled up from the taps that are on site, but so I'll do that. I'll keep this as my main clean tank, so if I'm watering, you know, something out there that needs clean water rather than dirty rainwater, but everything else can have dirty rainwater. But just for argument's sake, I was low on water everywhere else. It's all linked, so this hose here will send water over to that barrel. So all I do is attach the pump to this junction here. This one here will set it. If I take that off here and put it on here, it will send it up to the polytunnel here if I need water.
Right,
there.
so you can reverse it.
And this is where it comes from, the tap. So I just hook it up to the tap like a normal hose, and then it will fill this. So I'll show you how this works. Now at the moment, now we're sending water over there. I won't let it run too long, Tone, because that one is full. But essentially,
It's just the principle,
like
mate.
I showed you, nice and easy. We bring the battery up, which we have already explained, and we link it on. And if you come with me now, you see it just running out there, look.
Yeah.
So you can see it's a good flow right there. It's a 17mm pipe. So I'm going to turn that off now before.
And that was it, unfortunately, guys. I'm sorry about that. I used my phone to provide the sat-nav going down to South Wales, and we didn't have a charger on site. Tony had his camera equipment, and he sent a couple of videos up to me, but I can't open them for some reason. Don't fret though, because that is going to be hopefully the first of a few that we're going to be doing together, myself and Tony, this year and going forward. Hopefully, I really enjoyed myself down there. We had a good laugh, and we did a bit of work there, and it was just an experience really, because the land that Tony's got is probably 3 times the amount that we've got, and he's looking to in the future hopefully get his own homestead, small farm, and work that farm as an active growing space, as a sort of a, I don't know, self-sufficiency setup. It's the dream really. It's the dream that a lot of us growers have, and he's working his way towards it. If you go down and you look at Tony's channel, if you've not already discovered Simplify Gardening, I heartily recommend that you do go and check him out. He's got lots and lots of videos, very informative, really precise, technical, talks you through it. It's not overblown. He's got a really good way of communicating the information and the data about growing your own vegetables and crops, fruits. I mean, down there's about a third of the plots that we didn't get a chance to see, but we will do on the next one. We'll have a proper good walkthrough on the next one, where it's devoted to the fruits, to the trees, to the bushes, to the berries. I had a great time. Check out his channel. It's called Simplify Gardening, and it's Tony O'Neill, and you won't be disappointed. He's got his own shop as well, so the stuff that you saw in the many of the items that you saw in there, especially the sort of battery powered stuff and the solar setup, which again we didn't get a chance to see, but we will be doing next time. You will find on there, and you'll find on Tony's channel, and you can actually buy it. He always searches around for the best prices, so you know you're going to get a good deal, a good amount of value for your money. When we did the solar setup on the tiki hut, it was Tony that helped us out with that, and he's like I say, he's a really good bloke. You can't go wrong with Tony's channel and with Tony himself. Got a great family down there in South Wales. All right, if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. This is Guru Mafinda. I might not be putting anything up next week because I'm busy next week. But as soon as we can do, we will be getting some more uploads up onto the channel. And hopefully you can keep growing with your heads down and join the Growers Revolution with me and Mr. O'Neill. Take care of yourselves and each other, everybody. We love you all. You've been forthright, masculine and virile if you're a gentleman. You've been beautiful, fragrant and elegant if you're a lady. And if you've been something in between, you've been something in between. All right. Take care. Catch you later, boys and girls. Have a great week. Bye-bye.